Transformers96 here with another review. This time we have the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Avenging Allies Sentry video review. So yeah, I did buy the majority of the figures in this wave, so you will see more reviews coming out soon. I was asked to review Sentry first by somebody on Instagram, so that's why I am reviewing them first. So yeah, first of all, the box is very nice. Like I said in all my other 2014 Marvel Legends reviews, that I really am liking this packaging a lot better than the old style. Obviously, we do have a picture of Sentry over here, and because he is in a wave with, I wouldn't say a variant, they're packaged in the same wave. They didn't come out, one didn't come out before the other, and they're just as easy to find as each other. So I don't know what you call this, but Machine Man, they basically just share the same packaging, and you obviously get, they're completely different figures, and then they do come with two slightly different Build-A-Figure pieces. So yeah, so obviously you can see both figures up there. I did buy both of them, so I will be reviewing Machine Man soon. You get a little very small bio of their characters overall. Doesn't really say much specific about either one of them though. There's the others in the wave. I was able to find them all at Toys R Us except for Captain Marvel. Haven't been able to find her yet. I am still hunting. Hopefully I'll find her, but I did find the others, and I was able to build Odin. And I don't think I'm going to build King Thor, but you never know. But for now, I don't think I am. So yeah, so here's Sentry. So this was a figure that I wasn't super excited for, mainly because I'm not like a huge Sentry fan. I really don't know too much about him, and you know, he's, the figure-wise, nothing too new. He's, you know, basically your standard large kind of caped character, and he doesn't, you know, have any unique look to him. He's just, you know, a guy in a yellow and blue suit. So yeah, so nothing too extraordinary, which didn't make me super excited to get him. But when I got him, I did like him. Figure-wise, it is, like I said, if you have some other figures, it's really nothing new. It's basically the same thing as Hyperion, which originally was going to be his variant in the Hitmonkey wave, but just never came out, and that's why we're finally getting him now. But overall, he is quite nice looking. First of all, the head sculpt I think is quite a good feature on this figure. The head sculpt looks really nice, very comic-ish. I like it a lot. I like the fact that he doesn't have a pupil. It's just white in his eye, which looks cool. The blonde hair looks very nice. It is a very light yellow with a orange or red kind of streaks through it, which I do think looks very nice and very natural. And they didn't go too crazy on the hair and making it like flown in the wind, but they did give it some movement, which is quite nice. I like that a lot. The cape is pretty neat. It's not your standard very poofy cape like they do a lot. It's very, you know, kind of straight. It does go out a bit at the bottom, but for the most part it's rather straight with one kind of large crease in it. So, you know, a little bit more contained than your average Marvel Legend cape, I would say. So I do like that a lot. It doesn't stick out super far, which I like. Overall, the body sculpt, you know, it's larger than your average one, smaller than your massive ones, though. It does look quite nice. And he does look good. I will say that when you kind of get him out of package, you stand him up and everything, he does have a tendency to kind of want to stand up like that, just because then his feet are a little bit closer to his cape, which seems more natural. But when you do that, he comes with this kind of like curved back thing. It really doesn't look good. So I would recommend you displaying him just in a standing position where it is bent down, so that he is kind of coming forward and not so leaning back. Just a little thing that kind of annoyed me. I kept like kind of wanting to put my figure in a stance where he had his back very arched like that, so I did have to keep fixing that. Overall, though, really do like the actual sculpt. The colors in it quite nice. He does have a very bright yellow with kind of an orange or a darker yellow kind of a wash throughout it, mainly in the chest, the thighs, and then the upper arms. There really isn't any in the shoulders, lower legs, or lower arms. And yeah, it looks like there is a bit in the abdomen section. So yeah, he does have quite a big belt with a kind of nice stylized S in it for Sentry, which looks cool. And overall, quite nice. Articulation pretty standard for Marvel Legends, which is quite good. He's got a ball-hinged neck. He can look down quite far. You do kind of bend his strand of hair there, though. So just if you don't want it too bent, I wouldn't recommend bending it down too far. He really doesn't look up because of his hair, and then he can do side to side. Again, if you have him looking this way, though, you will start to bend that strand of hair, but it really doesn't get in the way too much. He's got ball-hinged shoulders with a bicep swivel, double-hinged elbows with with hinge swivel wrists. He has an ab crunch, a waist swivel, ball jointed thighs with thigh swivels, then double hinge knees, swivel at the boot or the calf area, and then hinge pivoting ankles. So overall, quite nice articulation, but certainly nothing that we haven't seen before. The one thing that actually kind of got me a little bit more interested with this figure was I did learn that he is one of the members of the Dark Avengers, which I think is pretty nice. I always like it when a figure kind of goes with other figures. I think that's why originally I wasn't too keen on this one, because I just had no idea of who he went with. You know, if I didn't even know if he was a good guy or bad guy. So it is quite nice to learn some more information about a character, because then you can have him posed, you know, with like a few of other Dark Avengers, and now he looks pretty nice. Now that I know that he has like a team, you know, and I have a few other figures from that team, then he can look quite nice with them. So learning that he was from the Dark Avengers did actually spark my interest in this figure. But other than that, it's really just it hasn't been a figure that I've really found very fun, and that's mainly a personal reason, just because I don't know anything about the character. And figure-wise, if I don't know something about a character, but the figure is very different or bizarre, I can still come to really enjoy it. But this figure is you know, relatively nothing that I haven't seen before, so it doesn't make it super special. Here he is with Machine Man, who's his, I'm just going to call it variant for now, in the wave. As you can see, they're completely different. They're not even slightly similar, and I'm not quite sure if they have any connection to each other in the comics. If they do or don't, I'd love to hear, so let me know in the comment section. And then here he is with Hyperion, and Sentry was originally going to be the variant for Hyperion in the Hitmonkey wave, like I've said. As you can see, they are very similar. They do have the same basic body type. The hands are on opposite sides, though. They have slightly different boots up at the top, and then the cape is the same, just Hyperion has an extra kind of he has an extra kind of buckle that is meant to like buckle the cape in, and then obviously different heads and paint. So yeah, overall, a figure, like I said, nothing too new, but certainly nothing to be disappointed about. He is still very fun and a really nice figure. If you do know who he is, that's definitely going to make it a lot more interesting for you, and you'll probably want to get this one more. The Build-A-Figure pieces that he comes with are the 2 arms for Odin, so if you want to build the Odin Build-A-Figure, you'll need him to build Odin. If you're going for the King Thor figure Build-A-Figure, then you do not need this one. You do need Machine Man, though. So yeah, so there you go. That's my review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Sentry figure. So yeah, more figures from this wave, more reviews from figures in this wave will be coming soon. Thanks so much for watching.